Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a movie review of the Hindi film Shershaah, starring Sidharth Malhotra. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. So this is a big Dharma production based on the true life story of Vikram Batra, who died tragically in battle, and he's portrayed by Sidharth Malhotra, and his fiancée is played by Dimple is played by Kiara Advani. So the director of this film is Vishnuvardhan. This had been an eagerly awaited film, and it was released onto Amazon Prime because of COVID. I mean, this is certainly a film that I would have preferred to see on the big screen, just surrounded by the sound. Would have really been a much better experience, but I'm just thrilled that I got to see a new big Hindi film. I think this was a solid film. I think it's one of the best performances of Sidharth Malhotra. I thought he was really good playing Vikram Batra. In the closing moments of the film, they show a scene that had been repeated in the film, news footage of an interview with the real Vikram Batra. And so you kind of get to see what the real personality of the real person was. And I thought Sidharth did a really good job. This young man died when he was only 24 years old. I thought he was such a solid performance. I love the romance portion of the film, showing his relationship with Kiara Advani as Dimple. Kiara, there wasn't, a lot there for her, not so many scenes, but she made such an impression. I really admire her as an actress, and she just brought this sparkle to the scene. And then there's, of course, very tragic scenes of her at the funeral and so forth. I just thought she did a really good job. I mean, they say at the end of the film, the real life Dimple, she had vowed never to marry someone else, and she never did. She's a school teacher, and she's never married. I thought the best parts of the film were, so that we have a little hint, and then we're kind of in flashback. We're like a hint of the final battle at the very beginning, and then we have flashbacks, seeing his life in a little bit in childhood, meeting Dimple in college and so forth. And then we skip ahead, and so the final, half an hour, 40 minutes is the final battle. And I would say that's some of the best parts of the film, the most, we all know what's going to happen, and yet we still have that dramatic tension watching it all play out. I thought that was some of the best directed cinematography. Like, again, I just so wish I could have seen it on a big screen. I also thought the soundtrack was particularly good. I tried to do a song reaction to the Rantan Lambian, and it got blocked. So I really enjoyed the music in this film, especially the couple of wistful love songs. It feels like forever since we've had really great Hindi filmy music like that. Oh gosh. But okay, so I do have a couple of quibbles though. I did feel like, this person's life, it's almost like if you wrote the script and it wasn't real life, you'd be like, no, that's too much. It's too filmy. Like, it's not, but it really happened. So, and the things that he said, he really said. So my quibble is that, like his famous line, "Ye dil mange more," I wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more depth. For instance, I just felt like I knew, even though we know the very ending of the story, and I'm not as familiar with his whole story as obviously everyone in India, but I could still kind of know what was going to happen. Like, okay, his fellow soldier shows him a baby picture of his baby that he's never seen. Count the clock, start the timer, how long until this guy dies. Okay, like, I just felt like there were certain things that were just so predictable and so by the numbers, and I wish that I just wished for a little bit more depth to the script. And I'm not the only one that has criticized this. I kind of was feeling it as I was watching it, and then I saw, and Param Vir Chakra kind of mentioned the same complaints with the writing of the script. Overall, I think it's solid. Like I said, I just wish it was just a little bit more, just a little bit. a little bit better writing for the script, but I can't fault, like I said, the directing, especially in those final 40 minutes. I thought was quite good and really effective and powerful. And I'm personally happy for Sidharth Malhotra, who I'm a fan of, that number one, he showed his chemistry with Kiara. I mean, I thought that part was just so charming and wonderful. And then also just as he came through and gave such a career best performance for him. And I'm just pleased for him that he had such a, praised film and a successful film, even if it's only OTT. So wish it could have been in the theater and he could really, at a blockbuster box office smash, but here, this is where we are. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. I enjoyed learning about Vikram Batra's life and about his sacrifice and about his heroism. I think this was a fitting movie honoring him and his memory. I'd love to know your thoughts about that in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PardeziYT. Follow me on Instagram at PardeziReviews. And if you hit the bell here, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.